Hello, my name is Martin Richardson, and I am the author of What the 4-Hour Chef Didn't Tell You. Quirky title, I'm about to explain. About 6 months ago, I read a book by one of my favorite authors, Timothy Ferriss. He's a New York Times best-selling author of 3 books, 3 times over. His first book was The 4-Hour Workweek, then The 4-Hour Body, and his latest is The 4-Hour Chef. The subtitle is The Simple Path to Cooking Like a Pro, Learning Anything, and Living the Good Life. Well, I read the book and I tell you, I loved it. But this is hardly a simple path. Mr. Ferriss also says that it is not a cookbook, but as you can see, it's full of recipes. So, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's not a cookbook. But I'm not here to slam his book. Like I said, I liked his book, and I started writing a review of his book, and it turned into my book. So that is why it's What the 4-Hour Chef Didn't Tell You. So what is it, and how can it help you? Well, I have a very simple 3-step process for learning how to cook. So if you're interested in learning how to cook, or you just want to step up your game, kick it up a notch, this book is for you. It's the distillation of 30 years of professional cooking all around the world. So what's my 3-step process? 1, buy quality ingredients. Buy the best food that you can buy. That makes cooking much simpler. A really great tomato only needs a little salt and pepper and you're done. Everything extra is just a bonus. Step 2, understand the different methods of preparation. Methods of preparation are different heat sources to cook your quality ingredient, whether it's roasting, baking, frying, steaming, grilling, boiling, any of the above and more. Take your one ingredient and cook it several different ways. Get a family pack of chicken and roast a breast, fry a breast, grill a breast, poach a breast. Taste the difference between them and see what you like and what you don't like, or what your family likes and doesn't like. And go with that. You'll understand that each heat source will add a different flavor to that chicken breast, and it will take a different amount of time to cook. So that is understanding how to cook. The 3rd step is to know when it's done. With potatoes and vegetables, for the most part, you can just take them while they're cooking and eat a piece, and it's either done to your desired doneness or texture, or it's not. Some people like crunchy vegetables, some like mushy vegetables, so that's up to you. There's other food products like chicken that, because it's full of bacteria, it needs to be cooked to a certain temperature, and you test that with a meat thermometer. So if it's 165 degrees, chicken is cooked, and there shouldn't be any blood around the bones or anything like that. If you're cooking a steak or a roast and you like a rare done or medium or whatever, you use a meat thermometer and it will tell you when it's cooked to your desired temperature. So it's just 3 things. Pick a quality ingredient, learn about the different methods of heating up that ingredient, and know when it's done. That's all there is. So you don't need a recipe for that. Now, here's my big tip for you. Recipes do not teach. I'll say it again. Recipes Do not teach. A recipe, a cookbook author assumes that you already know how to cook. Okay? So if you're an adult and you're teaching yourself how to cook, most people grab a cookbook and start cooking. Well, you end up with a trial and error, mostly error, process. With my method, you don't need a book. You have to understand what a quality ingredient is, what the various methods of cooking it are, and how to know when it's done. When you get tired of my method, do one ingredient at a time. Don't try to cook an entire meal. That's my second tip. So take your time, learn one thing at a time. And then, so once you know that, now you go to a cookbook. The cookbook will tell you how to combine different ingredients and different methods of preparation to come up with unique flavors. That is the purpose of a cookbook. It is not there to teach you how to cook. So, if you're interested in learning how to cook, this is your book. There's not many books out there. I've looked high and low to figure out how to teach somebody how to cook, and they're just not out there. So I hope you pick up the book. It's a wonderful resource, and like I said, even if you know how to cook, there's a lot of information in here that will make you a better cook. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the book.